There's dust upon the dial, and the volume knob sticks tight. But every time I turn it on, his voice comes back in light. That old wood box with broken feet still sings in velvet low, and I feel him close beside me through my father's radio. My father's radio still plays his favorite song. A little crackle, a little soul that kept our nights so long. From baseball games to lullabies and records soft and slow, he taught me how to feel the world through that radio. He tapped the rhythm on the chair and hum a gospel line. He said, son, some things you can't escape, but music makes them fine. He never said I love you loud, but somehow I still know it echoed in the silence of that old radio. My father's radio still hums like yesterday. When storms would knock the power out, he'd let old records play. Now I rewind his memory, each evening's amber glow, and find a piece of who I am in my father's radio. They buried him in Sunday light with blues beneath the choir, but in my room his favorite tune still burns like quiet fire. My father's radio still keeps his spirit near. No matter how the world moves on, his station's always clear. So when I need to hear him speak, I let the static flow. And there he is between the chords in my father's radio. I stood outside the chapel door among the petals on the floor. Her mother smiled, the choir sang. My heart just froze with every clang. She wore white, but not for me. Said I do to someone else's dream. The veil she wore once brushed my cheek. Now it hides a vow I'll never speak. She looked like love was finally free. She wore white, but not for me. The way she laughed, that little glance, the way she held his nervous hand. I used to be the one she'd comb. Now I just clench this faded palm. She wore white, but not for me. The rings, the kiss, the reverie, they called her name and joy replied, while I just swallowed tears inside. Her dress was made of memory. She wore white, but not for me. Some stories end without a break, just drift apart like morning lake. And when she asked me not to come, I knew I would, I knew I'd run. She wore white and looked divine, a sacred vow no longer mine. The bells rang out, the world moved on, but I stayed frozen till she was gone. She walked that aisle gracefully. She wore white, but not for me. Door was open, the sky was gray. You didn't speak, but your eyes gave way. A trembling hand, a coat half zipped. That moment burned into my lips. The last time I saw you smile, it lingered just a little while, like sunlight through a window pane. Then it was gone like summer rain. I knew the truth behind your eyes, but I held on to the disguise and said goodbye in silent style. The last time I saw you smile, the kettle whistled, the phone stayed still. The world outside forgot to feel. Your perfume clung to the hallway light, and I memorized that final night. The last time I saw you smile, you wore that dress I loved since child. You kissed my cheek and turned your face and left behind an empty place. I tried to speak but lost my breath, like time had tricked me into death. Now all I do is walk each mile to chase the last time I saw you smile. The mirror held your shadow near, but now it only shows me fear. I whisper jokes to empty rooms, still hoping smile, it cracked the world in quiet style. No thunder, no dramatic close, just soft goodbyes nobody knows. But if I dream, please stay a while and bring with you that final smile. The mailman smiled, said, just for you, a faded stamp, a sky so blue. No return address, but I knew well the scent of roses, the paper spell. Her letter came in spring, when the lilacs start to bloom. Though she'd been gone since winter, her words still fill the room. She wrote of love and quiet strength, of stars and songs and wings. I cried but also smiled when her letter came in spring. She said, I hope you've learned to dance, even when life breaks your plans, and when the world forgets your name. No, I was proud of you just the same. Her letter came in spring, tucked in that gentle breeze. She spoke of time and letting go, but never said goodbye with ease. Each word was like a lullaby, soft as childhood's wings. She held me one last time when her letter came in spring. She said, don't chase what's meant to go, but always water what you grow, and signed her name with all my love, like she was never far above. Her letter came in spring, when the birds began to sing, and though her voice is silent now, it echoed in everything. So I framed those lines beside the door where the morning robins cling, and whisper back to heaven, her letter came in spring.
Under violet skies we sway, you and I, 3 steps in a circle, time learning to fly. The perfume of twilight, your laugh on the breeze. The world stood still beneath lilac trees.
Your hand in mine, heartbeat, keeping the time. Lavender dancing in July. The air was hushed, our shadows wide, and I remember every sigh.
Spin with me tonight in this purple fading light. Let the world dissolve to lilac haze and dreams. Hold me till the end of this waltz will never mend, but I'll always hear the strings of the lavender waltz. music plays through fields of yesterday.
The stars still hum a melody, soft as dusk and memory. I close my eyes and feel your arms as we sway beneath the calm.
Dance with me again where the summer never ends. Let the petals fall like violins and rain. One last turn before we forget what we were for. In the echo of our hearts lives the lavender waltz.
Steam clouds rising, suitcase in my hand. Leaves are turning, summer's final stand. You said you couldn't stay to watch them fall. Now I'm left chasing echoes down the hall on the last train to September, where our promises turn cold. I replay those fading embers of a story left untold. If the whistle cried forever, would it carry you back home? On the last train to September, I ride this track alone. Your sweater scent still on my coat, your name inside the ticket note. We kissed beneath a platform light and vanished into separate nights. On the last train to September, memories flicker soft and slow. The seat beside me's empty now, but your silence seems to grow. I count the towns, I count the stars, but not the miles we've grown apart. If leaves could talk, they'd whisper truth about the love we lost in youth. And every mile this train will roam still takes me further from my home. On the last train to September, with your ghost beside my seat, the rhythm hums like what we had, so tender, sad and sweet. If I could ride back through that time, would I still lose what once was mine? Leans against the corner still, a little bent, a little chill. The strings are loose, the wood is dry, but it once sang when you walked by. The guitar no one tunes anymore used to echo through this floor. We'd hum along in late July while summer kissed our lullaby. Now silence fills what we adored, and the guitar no one tunes anymore. Your picks still rest inside the case, your lipstick on the fretboard's base. It weeps at night in quiet air, a voice once warm, now worn and bare. The guitar no one tunes anymore still keeps your shadow by the door. Its hollow frame a beating heart, now just a shell pulled far apart, like love we didn't quite restore. And the guitar no one tunes anymore. I strummed it once but heard your sighs, so I just let the strings run dry. Doesn't feel like it is mine when all its songs were yours and mine. The guitar no one tunes anymore holds silence we cannot ignore. And though I dust it now and then, it never truly plays again, just waits beside the memory drawer. That guitar no one tunes anymore.
I walked by your old porch today. The swings still sway the same old way. The mailbox rusted, paint chipped blue, but every crack still speaks of you. The house where you once lived still breathes your name at night. The curtains move like lullabies in soft, forgiving light. I press my hand against the gate, but time won't let me in to the house where you once lived, where love had once begun. The window still shows yellow lace, like sunlight frozen on your face. I wonder if the floorboards creak where we once danced cheek to cheek. The house where you once lived, no secrets I can't say, like how you said forever, then slowly moved away. The wind still hums our melody through trees we carved with grin, around the house where you once lived, and I can't feel within. I heard they painted over red where you once rode. I miss you said, but walls remember, roofs still cry, and memories don't learn goodbye. The house where you once lived now holds a stranger's light, but I still see your shadow each time I pass at night. And if the door would open wide, I'd fall right back again into the house where you once lived, and where my heart still lives.
The coffee's cold, the toast is dry. Your chair is still pulled slightly wide. The paper's folded on your side, and silence hums where love once lied. Sunday in September, the quiet cuts too deep. I try to keep from thinking, but my heart forgets to sleep. We used to laugh till evening, now I just sit and stare. On Sunday in September, when you're no longer there, your sweater's hanging on the door. I haven't swept the hallway floor. The record skips on track 15, where you once danced and called me dream. Sunday in September, the sunlight feels too slow. The world goes on in colors, but all I see is shadow. Your lipstick on the coffee rim still whispers you were here, but Sunday in September makes that ghost too near. I don't go out, I don't get dressed. The church bell tolls inside my chest. I fold the napkin, set two plates, then sit and try negotiating fate. Sunday in September is just a frame in gold of laughter wrapped in linen. Now the memory feels cold. If autumn comes to comfort me, it missed by just a year. On Sunday in September, you're all I want near.
Same old seat, second from the back. You'd hold my hand, head on the glass. Now it's just me with echoes faint, and the window fogs where your breath once came. The bus ride without you feels longer every day. Each stop just brings another thing I wish I'd say. The driver never notices the space that's left for two, but it's the longest road I know, this bus ride without you. For laughter danced at every turn, now silence waits at each return. The corner where you'd smile and wave now blurs into a passing grave. The bus ride without you knows every ache and sigh. The bench beside me cold as truth and tired as goodbye. Though strangers come and strangers go, no one fits your view. The seat stays warm in memory on this bus ride without you. We never planned the final trip. You missed your stop or I lost grip. Now every route feels lost and wide without your heartbeat by my side. The bus ride without you still loops the life we knew. The trees, the store, the coffee shop still carry shades of you. And though the ride begins and ends, the missing feels brand new. With every mile I realize it's still the bus ride without you. Every night I walk this street, same old rhythm, same cold feet. But there's a glow I always see in that window calling me. The light in a window, soft and low, tells me stories I'll never know. She never waves, she never calls, but her shadow dances on the walls, and I pretend she's waiting there for a man who'll never dare. I pass by like I always do, a silhouette and curtain blue. Maybe she's reading, maybe asleep, but that little light cuts oh so deep. The light in her window late at night keeps me warm in the pale street light. A secret dream I never said to a girl I loved inside my head. She doesn't know I breathe her name, but every night I do the same. One day I'll knock, one day I'll speak, but lonely hearts are far too weak. Till then I'll watch and quietly burn, waiting for a sign, a turn. The light in her window still shines on, even when the stars are gone. I may be just a passing face, but in my heart she holds a place, forever lit, forever mine. That golden light at hand.
last night.
You told me once you hated spring, then held a flower like a ring. You said you're bad at staying still, then sat with me against your will. I thought I knew you every part, but then you sang and broke my heart. Not from the pain, but from the way you still surprise me every day. I'm still learning you year by year, through every joke and every tear. You're not a book I read and close. You're something deep that softly grows. I've memorized your favorite tea, but still don't know what sets you free. And that's the joy in all we do. I'll spend my life still learning you. Keep a story in your smile, a dream you've hidden for a while. You wear it proud, but just for me, like something sacred quietly. You never left a key outside. You kept the door just open wide. You said if love is meant to stay, it won't be scared to walk your way. You never checked the time I came. You didn't ask for praise or blame. You just sat down and made me tea, and let me be completely me. You kept the door unlocked for years, through lonely nights and quiet fears. You never asked me to be whole. You only met me soul to soul. And when I thought I lost my track, you never begged me to come back. You only whispered if it's right. The door is open every night. You never said forever starts, but somehow stayed through all the parts. And now I see what love becomes, not chains or rings, but common
You smiled before you said your name, and somehow I still knew the frame of every word you hadn't said, like finding notes inside my head. You laughed and I could hum along, as if I'd always known your song. The melody just fit my chest, like something old I love the best. I knew your song before we met, each rise and fall I can't forget, like a wind that sings through open blinds. You've always lived between the lines, no lyrics carved, no sheet to read, but still you play just what I need. Somewhere in me, you've always been the song I knew way back when. We walked without a place to be, just following the harmony. The city moved, but not like us. We danced without the need to rush. I told you things I never say. You didn't look the other way. You just listened with your eyes and sang your truth in no disguise. I knew your song before the start, the way you breathe, the way you part, the way you hold a silent space. You fit the chords I can't replace, so sing with me until we're gone. Even if the notes go wrong, you are the song I didn't write, but somehow knew my whole damn life. You came by just to say hello, with nowhere else you had to go. The sky turned gray, the thunder sighed. You smiled and said, let's stay inside. No candles lit, no plans to make, just tea and toast and chocolate cake. And in that stillness, slow and plain, I loved you 'cause you stayed for rain. Stayed for the silence, stayed for the fall. You didn't flinch when I showed it all. Most run from storms, you pulled me close, and that was when I needed most. No grand escape, no flight to fame. You loved me in the quiet frame, and now I hope through joyous strain that you'll always stay for the rain.
You still sleep on the left each night, and I still turn off your bedside light. We've kept the same old cups and plates, we still forget our dinner dates. But something in your sleepy grin still makes my quiet heart give in. The years roll on, the world has spun, but you're still here, my only one. We've changed our jobs, we've moved our things, but not the way you laugh or sing, and not the way you stroke my head or stay on your same side of the bed. We've watched the seasons fade and turn, but in your eyes I still return. No vows were framed, no speeches said, just love and your same side of the bed. You hum while brushing back your hair, you leave your socks just anywhere. You burn the toast, I miss the train, but somehow none of that's in vain. You kiss my cheek, you know my tea, you move through time right next to me. We didn't plan, but still we grew into a love that simply knew. We've changed our shoes, we've changed our names, we've laughed through grief and silly games, but still you come where you once said you'd always be same side of bed.
No one taught us to go slow. They said love's fast and fire and glow, but here we are, just you and me, stirring tea so patiently. We don't make scenes, we don't compete. We laugh at loss, we kiss defeat. And though the world may chase the bliss, I'm learning how to love like this. Slow like this, with time to breathe, with hands that plan, I pull the sea, with quiet meals and held back tears, with eyes that say I'm still right here. No rush to say what's next to prove, no need for drama, spark or move. Just you and me and years that pass, slow like this and built to last. You came by just to say hello, with nowhere else you had to go. The sky turned gray, the thunder sighed. You smiled and said, let's stay inside. No candlelit note, no plans to make, just tea and toast and chocolate cake. And in that stillness, slow and plain, I loved you 'cause you stayed for rain, stayed for the silence, stayed for the fall. You didn't flinch when I showed it, almost run from storms. You pulled me close, and that was when I needed most. No grand escape, no flight to fame. You loved me in the quiet frame, and now I hope through joy or strain that you'll always stay for the rain. You told me once you hated spring, then held a flower like a ring. You said you're bad at staying still, then sat with me against your will. I thought I knew you every part, but then you sang and broke my heart. Not from the pain, but from the way you still surprise me every day. I'm still learning you, year by year, through every joke and every tear. You're not a book I read and close. You're something deep that softly grows. I've memorized your favorite tea, but still don't know what sets you free. And that's the joy in all we do. I'll spend my life still learning you. You keep a story in your smile, a dream you've hidden for a while. You wear it proud, but just for me, like something sacred, quietly.
You smiled before you said your name, and somehow I still knew the frame of every word you hadn't said. Like finding notes inside my head. You laughed and I could hum along, as if I'd always known your song. The melody just fit my chest, like something old I loved the best. I knew your song before we met. Each rise and fall I can't forget. Like a wind that sings through open blinds, you've always lived between the lines. No lyrics carved, no sheet to read, but still you play just what I need. Somewhere in me you've always been the song I knew way back when. We walked without a place to be, just following the harmony. The city moved but not like us. We danced without the need to rush. I told you things I never say. You didn't look the other way. You just listened with your eyes and sang your truth in no disguise. I knew your song before the start. The way you breathe, the way you part, the way you hold the silent space. You fit the chords I can't replace. So sing with me until we're gone. Even if the notes go wrong, you are the song I didn't write, but somehow knew my whole damn life.
You never try to fix my fear. You only sit and keep it near. Know everything will be okay. Just space to feel and let it stay. You pass no blame, you ask no why. You hold the hush before I cry. And somehow in that silent part, you touch the corners of my heart. The way you hold the quiet things, the small routines, the hurt it brings, the folded shirts, the broken glass, the little ghosts from someone's past. You never raise your voice to love. You hold it soft like something of a deeper truth, a loud forget, a kind of peace not spoken yet. You wash the cups I always leave. You find me when I try to grieve. the dark, you light no flame. You simply breathe and say my name. We talk of dreams, we let them go. You say you like the way I grow. And even when we fall behind, you never try to press rewind. The way you hold the quiet things, the words you keep, the joy it brings. You never try to make me shine. You just walk slow and stay in time. You never raise your voice to love. You hold it soft like something of a deeper truth, the loud forget, a kind of peace not spoken yet. Feels like Sunday when you come near, like the world slows down when you're here. No rush to talk, no need to try. Just sit and smile and let time slide by. You hum a tune without a name. I find myself doing the same. We walk the block and laugh at dogs, and stop to watch the passing fog. And it feels like Sunday in your eyes, warm as toast, soft as sighs. We don't chase the highs or run from lows. We just let the quiet moments grow. There's no big line, no need to shine, no fireworks, and that's just fine. If love is slow and slightly shy, then I could live like this for life. You leave your socks on my old floor. Your books are stacked behind the door. Fold my coat, I wash your cup. We build our days from gentle stuff. There's nothing loud about our song. It's just been playing all along. A record soft, a steady sound that holds us up when life gets loud. Yeah, it feels like Sunday in your eyes, like open windows and lazy skies. We don't need more, we've got enough in this quiet kind of love. You hold my hand, I close my doubt. We laugh when no one figures us out. And maybe we're just passing through, but every day still feels brand new. Years may come and time may bend. The world might change, but not this friend. The way you lean, the way I stay, the way we fill the quiet gray. You'll read the news, I'll make the toast. We'll kiss the ones we love the most. And if it's Sunday every day, then I don't want it any other way. You still knock twice, same time each week. No need to talk, no need to speak. You bring the bread, I warm the tea. And just like that, you sit with me. We don't rewind, we don't explain. We've made our peace with joy and pain. You smile like it's a brand new start, and place your hands where once held heart. You're still there on Tuesday night, same old cold porch bathed in light. Still tell that joke, I fake the laugh. You cut the bread, I pour the half. And maybe we don't dream as white, and maybe time has changed our stride. But if you show up once a week, then love still finds the words we seek. We missed some years, we lost the thread, but never said what went unsaid. And though we live in different rooms, we share the scent of late perfumes. The silence now is not so sharp. We've grown into a different part. But when you sit and sip your tea, it still feels like you're here with me. You're still there on Tuesday night, still ask me how I sleep at night. You hum that tune, I take the cue and hum along like I still do. No promises, no plans to keep, just quiet love that runs so deep. So if you're here next week again, then that's enough to let me mend. We weren't the type to fall too fast. We'd walk, not run, just let it last. You liked your coffee cold and slow. I like to talk with nowhere to go. We did
just little notes and hands that stay. A softer kind of serenade. We didn't rush to cross the line. We made no vows, we drew no signs. But every look and word you say still makes me glad we went this. We missed some turns, we lost the map. Took breaks, took naps, took all the gaps. But even when we took it slow, there wasn't anywhere else to go. I saw the world behind your eyes, a patient blue and open sky. You never tried to make it shine. You just showed up and you were mine. We took the long way into love, with Sunday walks and stars above. No need to chase what's fast or bright. We found it all in morning light. And maybe someday we'll forget which street we met, which bench we sat. But I'll remember how it grew, this quiet, old and perfect you. So if we're slow, then let it be. I take the long way endlessly. Some people fall, some people run, but I walked in and you were the one. You didn't say you missed me much, but clean the shelf I always touch. You didn't write me any lines, but showed up just in time. You folded things I never wore. You left your tea by my front door. And though the air was thick with doubt, you stayed until the fear ran out. You gave me everything but words, a kind of love that's rarely heard. Through acts so small they disappear, but somehow still they brought me near. You showed me how to stay, not say. You held the ache I pushed away, and I began to understand the quiet work of gentle hands. You left a note without your name. Just don't forget I feel the same. No metaphors, no perfect phrase, just proof of love that always stays.
They cheer for roses on the floor, for handwritten songs, for slamming doors. But we just sit and pass the tea, and somehow that's enough for me. We don't need violins to play, or speeches made in grand ballet. You fold my coat, I kiss your hand. We build a world from grains of sand. No one claps for quiet love, for simple touch or look or shove. No curtain call, no sky above, just you and me, and that's enough. They want the passion, not the peace. They chase the star, not what will keep. But love, I think, is in the still, the brushing teeth, the nightly chill.